G'day PTSD buddies from all around the world. Just a quickie, I think. Some of you would have already viewed my live video, which I did whilst I was on my R&R on the Gold Coast in Queensland, in Australia, back in the week of the 2nd of March. So there was two videos that I posted, part 1 and 2. Also, my PTSD Buddies chat with Jamie the other day as well, which I think is on the YouTube. He's the PTSD Buddies YouTube account. And in both of those, I mention my plan to change my name legally. So as part of my ongoing therapy, one of the things that I felt was necessary for me to do, and this is something that I've wanted to do since I was about 21 actually. And I do remember getting the papers ready for that. I was going to change my surname. I was actually studying performing arts at the time, and of course wanted to change my name to something that was a bit more creative, I guess. But my forms were discovered by my mother whilst I was taking a shower, actually. And she burst into the bathroom and swung open the shower doors and, with these forms in her hand and yelling, what's your name? What's your name? And I was in a state of shock, of course, because, being 21 and naked with your mother screaming at you, trying to... Well, it was a bit of a physical attack or an assault, actually. But anyway, so it was since then. So I hope that was not a trigger for anyone, because I've actually not put that in because I wasn't expecting to say that. Anyway, years later, I'm now 51 and I have the forms again here. So I've had them, I've had these forms now for a couple of months. Trying to toss around some names that I felt sort of represented me. So I'm looking at changing my first name and my surname and resetting my identity, so to speak. And the reason for this is I've discovered through my therapy is to disassociate or to distance myself from the events that occurred in my childhood and adulthood that were associated with my current name. And of course, with my PTSD experience last year, most of my C PTSD resurfaced, of course. I've been juggling the two around for the past 16 or so months. And have sort of I came to this crossroads where I thought I need to revisit my name again. I always found it very awkward and uncomfortable, and being completely transparent with you, embarrassing sort of, to even give my name over the phone or at an office, or spelling it out, or now of course the name that's linked to this account, to my Facebook account, is not my real name. It actually, I've created this name with my existing name, part of my existing name, and just sort of played around with it there. But that's not the name that I will be legally changing my name to. So today, over the past weeks, I've ensured to have all the proper documentation. I've had, the police sign particular parts of this, photocopied ID, provided a copy of my existing birth certificate, which they will have, which the Office of Birth, Deaths and Marriages will keep. So I'm the law is that you're not to have any documentation that shows your name by birth. Of course, I will have to change my passport and my license, and anything that has my current name on it is going to be changed. You might be possibly wondering, what am I changing my name to? Well, I'm not going to reveal that quite yet, because it's the only part in this form that I've not completed, and it's been rather challenging for me to actually physically write this name down on the form. Having spoken to my partner last night, one night of many nights where I keep on asking, is this right? Is this right? Does this name resonate with me? And really, it does come down to what I think is right. I didn't believe that it was going to be as challenging as it is. I do believe that it will cause a shift in my state of, on a psychological level, on a state of mind and my state of emotions. I know that it's not going to wipe away the past, but I'm confident that it will cause a shift. I also have a document here from my psychologist in support of this name change, in case my application is declined. I was told by the Birth, Deaths and Marriages Office that not all applications are always approved. I guess that would have something to do with criminal history or something, which I don't have. I do, however, back in 2010, I did declare myself bankrupt following a toxic 5-year relationship that I was in whilst I was living in Turkey, because my past, or my ex, was actually of Turkish origin, so I did move there for 5 years, and it was very toxic, not because he was Turkish or just, the intricacies that made this person the person that they were. Sometimes people take advantage of you, and they did of me, but that was a lesson learned. Anyway, so the name change is happening. I've got my envelope, just need to get a stamp. And so I will be posting this afternoon. It's currently 2:10 on Tuesday here in Australia, in Melbourne. So in about 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 hours, I will be posting this form. I will keep you all updated. Please feel free to comment with your feedback on this. If any of you have ever felt that by changing your name has caused a shift for you, a positive shift, a positive outcome. For any of you that have done so in the past, please feel free to share that story. Or if it's something that you've not thought of but have possibly now, if something that you might consider doing, I'd welcome any of your comments, stories, etc. All right, so that's about it. That's about it, I guess. I just want to get this done in the envelope, get a stamp on this envelope and post it. And I have to wait for the next 3 weeks to see if all goes well. So I did mention that bankruptcy thing. So I'm all clear of that now, of course. That was well and truly all done. That's in the past as well. So I'm all clear. There's no, issue with that. So, but fingers crossed. I also got the all clear from the governing body here in Australia that deals with bankruptcy, and I was cleared of my bankruptcy, and so I can't see why it would be declined. If there's a chance that it would be, I think it would just. I don't even want to think about it. That's how important this is to me. I just couldn't. I don't know what I would do. What other options I have with this, but I just feel like I need to. Yeah. Okay, I gotta go. Yeah, I do like to talk rather, and I need to have my afternoon nap because my meds are telling me to. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your valued time, and stay tuned. See ya.